Hey, welcome to the video. This is Matt from Dream Hill Homes. We help people like yourself become owners of vacant land. Today, we're here to chat about a recreational property. So this property is great for, recreational use, hiking, if you just want to be outside. In this part of California in Kern County, you can do lots of things with land. This property is actually buildable if you're willing to put in a little bit of effort. But this is price to move. You don't really see property this cheap going in California. So take a look at this 1.25 acres. So it's about the size of one football field, including the end zones with that 0.25. So let's take a look. If you like this property, there's a big red reserve button. You can go ahead and get started here. This is in Sanborn, and the reason I like this property is because it's near the path of growth. And in my opinion, it's close to what's going on. So let's take a look on a wider map here. You got Lancaster to the south. You have Rosemont here, and then Mojave Port here. If you read up, it looks like they're doing some construction here and building out the dry port here. So this is kind of a hub where the 58 and 14 meet. And so this has been a pretty active area, including some infrastructure along the 14. So it's just, generally in a cool area. I like this area, especially outside Rosemont here. So let's take a look if we zoom in. So you've got the main road here, which is, I think it's called Silver Queen Road, right across east-west here to the north. So this is Silver Queen Road, and then 10th Street East going north-south here. There's also Laguna Avenue, which is a dirt road. So we do not recommend this property if you do not own a 4x4 vehicle. It's like an SUV or a truck. This property, is accessible through dirt roads, but in the county, these dirt roads are not maintained. So it's kind of what you get is what you get. Sometimes there's big potholes here. So just watch out. If you're driving a Prius, we don't recommend, owning this property, but this is exactly where it's located here near 10th Street East and Laguna. And I wanted to share a little bit about what it looks like. So this is off of Silver Queen Road. You can see there's some power lines, a couple thousand feet from the property. So you could extend it to build. You could extend those power lines if you wanted to, but you'd have to call the power company to see how that's possible. And if you turn down the dirt road, you can see there's the dirt road. That's 10th Street East, and it turns at Laguna. So this is kind of towards that corner, and then the rest of the way is just you'd have to, either use your truck to kind of get right there, or find a way to cross over to get into the property. So it's very rural out here. There aren't many existing dirt trails anymore. So again, this is a beautiful area, very scenic. You can see the windmills in the background here to the west. So this is looking northwest here. You can see the Sierra Nevadas in the distance here. So really scenic area. It's rural. It's more so recreational land. And so let's take a look what you can do on the property. This is limited agricultural A1, so you can do all sorts of different things. Usually within that zoning, you could do certain crops you can grow. You can do homesteading. You could build residential house. You could do all sorts of different things. So we have some additional information on that if you want to reach out. Permits are good for 1 year. You can't strictly camp, but you could hang out there if you wanted to. And so there's no RVs allowed, but you can do mobile homes. And then tiny homes, Airbnbs are allowed. No HOAs, which is great. And so that's pretty much it. I wanted to show a little bit about the legal access on the property. You got Silver Queen Road to the north here. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but to the north, that is a dedicated road here. And it's you can see it's sectioned off as a road. And so these other roads here, 10th Street is a dirt trail, and on Laguna, that's also a dirt trail. So you could get access from Laguna here, or you could get access here from 10th Street, east-west, just cut across one property. So you'd want to talk to that property owner, just say, hey, I'm accessing my property this way, just make sure it's okay. So that's where it is, 1.25 acres. If you have any questions, go ahead and reach out to us. If you want to do a little bit of homework, you can just grab this APN number here and do your own homework, talk to the planning department, see what's possible. And lastly, this is definitely a buildable property, but it's in a minor flood zone. So you want to just keep in mind that you'll have to build the first floor a little bit higher. And there are some houses in this area. If you zoom out a little bit, you can see some residential building to the south. So there are some buildings to the south, lots of, dirt roads and residential building down here. So that's where it's at. You know, in my opinion, this is in the path of growth. You know, there's a lot going on with the 14 freeway here and the dry port planned to the north. So check it out. If you have any questions, give us a call. The number is right here on the top of the website. If you want to submit your information down here on the bottom of our website, you can. We'll send you some specific information on this property along with some pictures. But you know, usually the fastest way is you just give us a call and say, "Hey, I'm looking at this property." You can reference the title here or the acreage, and we'll know which one you're talking about. Okay, that's all. Thanks again.